Hi everyone, right, this is Greg from Mystery Honey. Today's short form video is mainly about how to deal with a dead out hive. So this time of year you will get a few dead outs. You think that the bees have made it through winter because the days are warming up, but unfortunately this just isn't the case. Starvation can occur because the bees start eating more food at this time of year because they're building up the numbers and the queens start to lay more and stuff like that. And there's no real resources out there for the bees to get hold of, so they'll burn through what stores they have at this time of year and they can starve really easily. So at this point I'd probably say go to your hives once a week, check them for food, give them hefts and stuff like that. Anyway, through this video I unfortunately found a hive that I got to too late, but this is a good video to show you what you should do if you come across a dead out. You have to check for disease and you need to make sure that you know how it died and why. If there's a problem with disease, then always get in touch with your local association, beekeeping association, and if you're really worried then get in touch with the NBU, National Beet Unit, and they'll probably send someone to come investigate for you. Anyway, please enjoy the video and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Right, last one. Okay, so that's not a great sign. Can't see any bees there. The bees I can see look dead, so I think we may have a dead out. Interesting. I've not killed these ones. Ooh. Yeah, so this is a dead out. Come closer. Oh, look. Oh dear me. Well, this is crap. Oh. So when you've got dead outs like this, there are a few things you need to do. I think I've gone over this before, but I want to go over it again because we'll come across a dead out. First thing to do is clear out the bees, because they will start to decompose and rot and they will ruin the frames. So that's job number one. Before that though, you need to go through the frames and see what it is that's killed them. My guess is that they've eaten themselves to death, so they have starved to death. That's my guess. The reason I say that is because I'm not seeing too much humidity. There is a slug there, but usually the lugs turn black, like that one's turned kind of black, but that looks like it was black before and it's dried off a lot now. So the frames aren't black, so that to me says that this isn't humidity. There isn't moisture in the roof or anything. There's no water dripping everywhere, so yeah, I don't think it was humidity that killed these guys. I'll break it apart and just have a look. So, indicators that it was starvation. Bees' bums sticking out of cells is one. Yeah, all of these are dead. I was just seeing if I could see any that were still alive, but no, they're dead, unfortunately. So this time of year, it's kind of hard to see if they died of any diseases. So what you need to look at is the wings. So wings, if they've got a disease, generally they look like they're deformed. So whereas you have these beautiful rounded wings, let's see if I can get you close so you can have a look. Sorry for showing you dead bees, but if you look here, these wings here are absolutely beautiful. They are untouched, stunning. So yeah, I can't see any deformed wings there. I don't see any deformed bodies either. Yeah, so that to me says, I've not gone through it all, but that to me kind of says that chances are it wasn't a disease in that case. We won't know for sure until we come across any brood, if there is any. Okay, so we'll have a look. So yeah, just look for any kinds of anything that looks off. Like if your bees look particularly shiny, the ones that, if they've started decomposing, then this becomes quite hard. But if you catch them like this, where they've only died recently, like these ones have, and they're still fluffy, just have a look, see if you can see any sliminess or greasiness. Like, you don't want greasy looking bees or anything like that. These look all fine. Yeah. Just having a look into the cell, see if I can see any eggs or anything. So what I found here, which I said before was an indicator of starvation, was bees with bums sticking out in the cell. So hang on. So if you can see these bees with the bums sticking out, that is an indicator of starvation, because the bees are trying to search everywhere for food. They're going right to the bottom of the cells, which they don't normally do, and trying to lap up the last bit of food that's in there. So that's an indicator of it's being starvation. So, right. What I'll do is, I have a bit of a graveyard for bees here, because this isn't the first dead out this year, unfortunately. This year has been absolutely dreadful for beekeepers all over the world. America bee farmers have reported like 50% losses in their bees, which sounds like, oh, that's bad, but like, you're dealing with thousands upon thousands of beehives in America. Like, these bee farmers, the norm for a bee farmer in America is like 1,000 hives. So if they're losing 500 colonies, that's a wickedly large amount, you know? So yeah, these bees look okay. Right, I'm going to shake these out, and I'll come back and have a look at the next box. Let's have a look. So this is where the majority of the bees from the top box have fallen down. Yeah, so some foundation frames there. What we want to see is some brood, because if we see some brood, then we can do a proper disease check. So we're seeing even more signs of starvation. Some more bums sticking out of cells. Okay. Shake this off back in a sec. I'll show you. There we are. Some more bums sticking out of cells. Another thing that I've noticed is that there's just no food in this whatsoever. I can't see any honey or anything like that. So chances are that these guys have starved. I kind of knew that coming into it, but it's always best to check. Still continue the investigation, because you may be forgetting something. Aha! Found some brood of some sort. Yes, some capped brood here. This is another indicator that they were starving as well. So let's have a look. And there's the queen. So, okay. I'll show you the queen first. Poor girl. You see with the green dot? She was a good queen, huh? Look at the size of her, she's massive. Right, so, have they all fallen off? Yeah. So, a sign of starvation is this. So if you can see the cappings here, so they've started chewing the cappings up, and they've pulled out some of these larvae here. Like, this is a nearly formed one. The reason they do that is because they're so hungry that they start to cannibalize their own brood to try and save themselves. So they've started hacking away at the cells here. Yeah, so I think this is 100% starvation. So the cappings there, they look dry, they don't look wet, they don't look sunken or anyway. They have holes in them, and that's because the bees have started eating them. And if you look here, you've got loads of bums sticking out of cells. So this is definitely starvation. Yeah, poor queen. Yeah, it's a shame, never mind. So with it being starvation, you can breathe a bit easier when it comes to spring, because one, it means that there's no disease in your apiary, because that's always bad, And two, it means that now when you make up nukes, you have some already drawn out frames, which gives them massive boosts, especially when you're transferring a nuke to a hive. It means you don't have to deal with foundation frames, and the nuke can just get on with it. Right, I'm going to shake these out. Back in a second. Let's tap this out. When dealing with the dead out, even though there's no food in here, so the chances of them being robbed out are very slim, always close the entrance. Always make sure that the entrance is closed so bees can't get in. What that means is that if there is any disease in here, even though I very much doubt there is, it means that it stops any bees from coming in and having a look around and investigate. Because they will do. If they smell dead bees, then they'll come and investigate. It also stops mice and other rodents getting in, and pests getting in to destroy the comb. Like wax moth as well. You don't want that getting in. So yeah. Right, I'm going to go put that over there and store it for until the end of spring. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, then please, I appreciate a like. And if you want to see more like this, then hit subscribe and have a look at my back catalogue. I've got quite a few videos from last year now. So the beekeeping season seems to be starting. We've got bees flying about, collecting pollen. There's a big pollen sacs on that one there. And my guess is that there's going to be some nectar out there as well. I've not seen that many flowers apart from some snowdrops here and there. But the bees have clearly found something. Who knows what. If you are into beekeeping or wanting to get into beekeeping and you're wanting to learn how to become a beekeeper, I've got two groups on Facebook. I've got Nonsensical Beekeeping, if you enjoy having a sense of humour and making some jokes. Anyone can join that one. And I've got one called Merseyside Beekeepers. Again, anyone can join it, especially if you can affect a Scouse accent, but feel free to join them. The Merseyside beekeeping one is good if you're in the Merseyside area because it means that beekeepers around you can help you. So if you're having some issues and you want someone to come give you a hand, or you need some help lifting stuff or anything like that, just post it on Merseyside Beekeepers and you may get someone that's nearby giving you a hand. It's also good for deals as well. So if we buy bulk, lots of people put money together to buy stuff, you can get some really good discounts from some farming associations. Anyway, hope you have an amazing day and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye bye.